Morning, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're well. It's Tuesday morning here in West Yorkshire. The weather is glorious. I'm just out for a walk with George, trying to get him out before it gets too warm, because it is forecast to get into sort of mid-ish 20s by tomorrow, I think. Maybe not quite as warm today, just nice at the minute. So I'm on the 360 camera today. You can tell holidays are coming. I'm getting used to it before we go to before we have to go to Zante in just over probably 6 weeks. We'll be there in Alicanas, and I love this 360 camera when you're on holiday. It really captures the sights spectacularly. So I've not really picked it up since last year's holiday, so I'm just getting used to using it again. So I thought I'd bring you out for a walk. I'm probably just going to do about 3-4k down the Greenway and do the loop round back home. That's all the dog needs, really. He's only a small dog, and he's 6 years old, or approaching 6, so he can't walk like he once used to, but just glorious. Listen to the birds. What a lovely day. So this Insta camera is brilliant. I'm just filming now in 360. So I've got the camera like pointing at me, but the other lens is pointing obviously the other way. And I can just, when I edit it, it takes a bit of faffing. It's not easy. It's not for doing quick edits. But what I can do is just literally change the field of view, the perspective, or in simpler terms, where it's looking in edit. Really good. Anyway, look, I just thought I'd jump on. I've got some job news coming up. So I alluded to this in the walk video I did down at the canal last week, just over a week ago, that something was in the offing. I'm always quite, not negative, but probably a bit pessimistic, and I don't believe anything's signed and sealed until it's signed and sealed. Anyway, there's somebody running past me now. I'll just let these go past. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, a while ago I applied for a job online, did it one night. I actually think I did it from laid in bed, about 10 o'clock at night. I saw it and I thought, ooh, looks interesting. So threw my hat in the ring, did this online application. It wasn't the most in-depth. It was like, upload your CV. There wasn't even a place to put a cover letter or tell us about yourself in 500 words, nothing like that. So yeah, there I did it, just laid there, plonked it in the phone and sent it off. Anyway, didn't hear anything for about 6 weeks. Didn't really think about it. I'd totally forgotten, if I was honest. Didn't even realise that I hadn't heard anything. And then out the blue one day, I got a phone call from just an unknown mobile number. And to be honest, that day I'd had numerous calls from carers about my mum, people not doing what they should do. I was a little bit short. I answered the phone and I went, yes, speaking. And the guy went, oh, hello. And I was like, oh my God, it's not them. Just show you down here, look. Just breaking off at a tangent. This is the old branch line of the railway. So I was walking then on the railway down here, down there, and then this is where the old branch line came off, and it went all the way over in that direction. I don't know why I'm moving the camera, because I don't have to, but... And then if you look down here, you might just be able to make out through these trees, there's a slag heap. Can you see that there, look? So that slag heap just there, that's from the coal mine that was near our house years ago. So it's never gone, still there. We climbed up it, me and the boy in lockdown, climbed up it and went up the top. It was a bit hairy getting back down. Let's just say it was a hands and knees job. But yeah, interesting view, eh? So the guy rung me and he said, yeah, problem we've had is we're using this new online system. I was like, yeah. And he said, your application ended up in junk or spam. I was like, story of my life, that, isn't it? So he said, look, I was wondering why I hadn't had any quality applications through, or not many, for this job. Just did some delving one day with IT and found a load of applications. And he was like, can you come and see us on Friday morning? So I was like, wow, that's quick. So I think it was like Tuesday or something. So shot over there on Friday morning, 8:30 as well. So I have to be in Manchester for 8:30, which, you know, if anybody knows the M62, etc. Fridays aren't as bad as they used to be, are they? Put the comments in the comments section if you're finding that. If you're a commuter, do you now find Fridays a lot quieter since work from home came in? I think those people who still have flexi working don't go in on a Friday or a Monday really, so they tend to be a bit quieter. Anyway, I'll just pick you up in a minute because there's a load of people coming the opposite direction. So you can see there, look, that's again some remnants of the old railway there that George is investigating. That's an old sleeper. I think I've shown you that before on the channel. But yeah, anyway, went over to Manchester, had this interview. Went really well. You can tell, can't you, sometimes. I was in the interview, I thought, this is going great. I've had an answer for everything and not just one word answers, examples, which they always say you've got to do, don't they? So I did that. Absolutely fine. Came out, thought, yeah, I've done all right there, but you just never know. I'm sort of at that age now where I don't beat myself up and get wound up over not getting a job, because it's just one of those things. Anyway, said I'd probably hear by Tuesday. Tuesday came and went, so I was like, get ready for the letter coming through the post. Anyway, Wednesday morning, the phone rang. And I was like, oh, hello, here we go. And he said, you know, look, you did really well. We really liked you. I think you'd be a good fit. And we'd like you to join our business. So this is kind of, look, the jobs I've been doing have been more in sort of working for a middleman in the drinks trade, which is great, and I've enjoyed them. And the companies have been good. Nothing wrong there. However, this is more my cup of tea, working for a brewery direct, so chuffed to bits with this achievement really. Anyway, enough waffle. I'm just going to show you this little, I think I've shown you this before, but look at these, where these stones are here, and then it goes out onto this sort of little area around here. The weather is absolutely stunning. So I've just crossed the road now, back on the other side of the main road, which is where the railway line used to come off a bridge. That railway line I've just walked over, and it used to go off in that direction over there, which is where we'll walk now. So yeah, this is the site of the old railway station. I believe it was just somewhere where that house is there, that bungalow, and then obviously the train tracks went off in this direction, back up this train line here towards Rothwell. So it's a lovely place to walk the dog. You do get a few idiots down here in summer on bikes, and people with, shall we just say, bigger dogs that shouldn't be off a lead. You sometimes go have a gulp. But I'll tell you one thing I've noticed, and I don't know if, you know, put the comments down below if you've seen this. How many dandelions and daisies have we got this year? It just seems mad. There's absolutely loads. So again, we're just coming up here to a fork in the line, another fork. So obviously railway line would have gone straight ahead there, and we're going left up here. Let me see if you make that lady out in the red top. And we're going that way. So yeah, this leads us out to somewhere called the Robin Hood Triangle. Sounds like something Barry Manilow would sing, doesn't it? So yeah, this bit here that we're on now, it obviously forms a triangular bit of land. Normally down here in winter it's absolutely waterlogged. This ground's really hard, and I think it holds a lot of water when it rains. But yeah, this would have been train tracks at some point, folks. Listen to those birds. I just wanted you to enjoy this. I'm filming it in 4K, and this camera really does it justice, so you should get all the lovely colours, etc. coming through on this video, and the sounds. So where we are, we're coming to where all this meets, or did meet. back in the day. Now, up there where you can see those, sorry, I've got the poo bag in the shot again. When you can see that sort of hedge, and back down there in that direction, that was the railway line. So that was one of the railway lines. So that again met the other one that I've just left further down in that direction. So yeah, historical. There's a lot of history around here, a lot of pits, a lot of rhubarb, a lot of things like that. And then we're going to go back up this way, and I'll show you this set of steps up here, which apparently have been here for absolutely years, probably 100 years. Yeah, look at these steps here. So very old steps. I mean, I've got mates who are 50 who said they played on these steps when they were kids. So you can tell, you know, that's probably at least 40 years, and they say they've been here absolutely yonks. So how about that then, folks? New job. Chuffed to bits. Can't believe it. Very lucky. Say you make your own luck, don't you? But I do feel very lucky to have got this position. So I dropped my car back off yesterday, my laptop, my phone at current, or well, say ex-employer now, can't I? At what was my current employer yesterday. Look at all that. Can you pick up all that blossom falling off the trees? It's because the squirrels just run up there. Dropped it all off yesterday. Got the train and a bus back home from Rotherham. And I've now got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday off. Now, Leeds United won again last night. Absolutely trounced Bristol 4-0, and it could have been 7-8 again. They are some team. So it's now all eyes to Saturday, where it's either us or Burnley gonna win the league. It seems a shame that only one team can win it. Look at this lovely little park here for the kids. So you've obviously got a basketball ring up there. You've obviously got what can be 2 goal posts and some cricket stumps. So it's always normally a few kids playing on here, keeps them entertained. This is a lovely, lovely estate, is this. Oh, really nice. I'll walk you through it. So I'm just waiting on now info about my car being delivered. I think what I'm going to have to do is, I haven't got a car this week, so I'm a bit gutted because my mum, you know, is obviously bed bound, but she has the carers. Carers rung me this morning actually about something that I need to get. She's got some shopping to last her till probably at least Friday. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to start next Tuesday my new job, and I haven't got my car. Probably won't come until week after, or maybe even week after that, so I'm going to have to hire one. So I will go down to Enterprise probably on Friday and get myself a car. Oh, look at all those nettles. Amount of dog walks I've had out with this one and just got stung to bits because I always wear shorts even in winter. Go on then, George, keep walking, go on. Stopping, but look at this little alleyway here. Ginnel, what do you call it? Alley, Ginnel, Snicket. So there's 2 pubs up here, if you can hear me, because of the traffic. So up there you've got the coach, look, over the road there. Nice pub, nice beer garden in there. And then if you look that way, you've got the Angel. So that's a food pub, that's a Green King, is that one. Let's go have a look and see what offers they've got on it. So you can have a pint of Carling for £3.49, Monday to Thursday. We've got the Flaming Grill menu there, hot steaks, bog off burgers, buy one get one free. There you've got like the dining area, that bit's new. But the original bit, when these cars go away, the original bit's actually quite old, probably 100 years I'd say. And we nearly bought a house just up there, I think it was, that white building. The problem there was the stairs were almost vertical, and we don't think we could get 3 people sat in the front room and be able to see the TV. So I hope you like this camera. Like I say, you probably won't notice what I'm doing with it, but I will try and put a couple of effects on that you can do. You can do like that tiny planet and things that look amazing. It's really good. Ideally what we wanted to do last year in Zante was, we were determined we were going on a boat trip, and we just couldn't justify the cost. And what I wanted to do was, I'd seen people sat at the front of a speedboat, you know, literally legs over the bow, or the front, whatever you call it, with one of these on the long selfie stick, and it looked amazing. But it wasn't to be. I'm having to cross over. There's a house down here on the right where one of our friends lives, and it's a big house, and they've got a very big dog, and it always barks, and George absolutely himself, so he always starts dragging his feet and sort of leans towards the other side of the road, so I've crossed over with him. Here's the local chippy. I think you've seen this before on a video, but this is a really good fish and chip shop, Robin Hood Fisheries. I've done a vlog in there. I think I got a chip butty for about £1.20 and it was epic. So guys, just a reminder on every vlog I do, if you haven't subscribed, please do. It means the world. Really helps the channel and pushes it out. Just make sure if you're already subscribed, you're not clicking that button again, as it'll unsubscribe you. I have had, in the last sort of couple of weeks, I've been as high as 120 subscribers, and now I'm back down to 109, and I think it's that. So if I ask you to subscribe, just make sure you're not unsubscribing. But yeah, thanks a lot for helping the channel. Means the world to me. Try and get up to that 1,000, There's the local garage with his petrol prices. So it's 134.9 for unleaded and 142.9 for diesel. How does that stack up versus where you live, guys? Let me know. So we're just heading over now onto the site of where the old pit was. So it always makes me laugh, this. One of my friends lives in one of these houses on the right, and that's exactly where the pit shaft was, and I keep winding him up saying, you'll be sat there watching Coronation Street one night and boom, you'll be 500 foot underground. It must be capped off properly, or else they wouldn't be able to build this, would the folks? Yeah, always makes me chuckle. But yeah, nice estate, nicely repurposed. But if you look at the old maps and pictures, all here was just a maze of railway lines, little tracks, obviously two shafts I think there was, or one shaft here and one shaft just where I crossed over the road. And now there's a little kids play park. Look, I'll put you on 360 so you can see this, get you up in the air and give you a bit of an overview of what this park looks like. So this path that I'm on now, this is where the original entrance came off the road up here. So into the park behind me now. And obviously this was years ago. I'll try and find an old picture. I've got one which was taken looking up from that direction, I believe, or across from there. And you can just see an old guy in a sort of bowler hat stood there. And the name of the pit on the wall. This wall at the end where this iron sort of gate is, original wall. So I'll try and put that over for you. But yeah, I'll leave that there for now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing if you have done. Means the world to me. It's been a nice little walk, hasn't it? Sorry I can't do anything more interesting. I've no car, so I can't go anywhere. So I don't know what I'm going to do for the rest of the week. I'm going home now to cut the grass, because Mrs. Gavlos has obviously cracked the whip and said, while you're doing nothing. So I'm going to have a bit of a garden tidy up now before it gets too hot, hopefully done by dinner time. Then I'm going to sit in the garden all day. But I might go on the bus either tomorrow or Thursday into Leeds, or to my mum's at least, and just take you with me and have you look, show you around sort of like the edge of Leeds, city centre, and over to where my mum lives. I'm probably going to walk from the bus station in Leeds, probably about 1.5 miles to her house. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon on the next one.